first of all, give Lowell a lot of credit. I thought the way they attacked our ball screen coverage really bothered us. They made shots, 11 threes. They played with great effort, so I'm going to begin giving them credit. Give our guys a lot of credit for finishing the game and making the necessary plays that we need to. Obviously, we got to do a lot of things better. We got to do a lot of things better. That begins with me. So we'll learn from this and move forward.
All righty, we'll start out with Steve Hellwagon, 247.
Yeah, Coach. It seemed like after you got off first 5 minutes to a pretty good start, their zone defense really took a toll on what you guys were trying to do offensively. Not good percentages really until about midway through the second half. Little consistency, I guess. I don't know, just what in your mind was the difference for you guys offensively with what they were doing?
No, I don't think we attacked the zone really well, Steve. I thought it slowed us down. I did not think our pace in attacking it was very good. We've obviously got to work on it. It's our first time seeing almost 35 minutes of zone. So we'll work on that. We got to be better in those areas. I've got to put our guys in better position here. And then overall, we just have to attack it better than what we did.
Alrighty, next up, Bruce Hooley, Press Pros. Bruce.
Chris, is there such a thing as a discouraging win, or are all wins useful? And if so, what was this one useful for?
You know, I think, Bruce, you're trying to learn from every win and every loss, really, from every circumstance and experience, and that's one of our core tenets. So we're trying. We're going to do that. We'll learn from this. Certainly feels better after a win, but I think as a coach, you know, I'm going to look back and say, okay, these are all the things that we have to improve on. And it's you know, it's a significant list, but it's early in the season, and hopefully we can make those strides. There's no question that we got a lot to improve on.
All right, we'll go next to Patrick Murphy, 247. Patrick.
Chris, in a similar vein, when you haven't had the scrimmages, the exhibitions, how do you look at these first couple of games in terms of evaluation when these are essentially what would get you going or in a normal year?
Yeah, you know, I think what you're looking at is different styles of play, which is what we experienced here today. To your point, I think you welcome those, although you know that potentially there could be some rocky moments. But I don't want to discount, you know, their effort or our culpability in not playing a clean game. We've got to do things better. But to be able to go against, you know, a three-quarter press and a zone that we had seen, but not to this degree at all. We had seen them do, but not to this degree. I think it's good for us. It'll help us get better. But all in all, I think there are just a few things that there's a lot of things we'll take from this. But a couple that we discussed that I'll leave between us that we just have to really focus and hone in on.
All right, next up, we'll go to Bill Landis from The Athletic. Bill.
Hey, Chris. Zed Key's kind of fun to watch because he's pretty demonstrative and has a lot of energy, and he was put in some important spots today. I'm just wondering sort of what it's like to coach a guy like that and how you thought he performed today in some big spots for you.
You know, I thought Zed played well. He's got to understand he's a big body, so they're going to look particularly early in the season at some of his offense and defensive plays. He's had a couple offensive fouls. He'll get better at that. He brings great effort and energy to our group, which we desperately need, Bill. He's been a lot of fun to coach. He and Gene have both been a lot of fun to coach, and I wish we could have got some of those guys in a little bit longer here today. But those guys have been a lot of fun to coach, and I'm excited about their growth and development.
All right, next up, Adam Jardy, Columbus Dispatch.
Chris, you talked about Dwayne needing to be more efficient this season for you guys to really have a chance. 21 points, but I think 17 shots. Are you happy with as much as he shot the ball? And can you give us an update on Musa Jallow?
Yeah, I'll start with Dwayne first. You know, I'm happy with a lot of his looks at him. He had some really, really clean looks, particularly a couple corner threes. I believe the kid's going to make him more than he's going to miss him. He is. It was interesting because this is our first time playing here. We obviously came and watched them play yesterday, and I was a little curious as to how we would shoot the ball. But again, we've certainly played the first time in arenas and shot it better. So I think all in all, I was happy. I'd have to go back and look at the film, but I was happy with probably about 4 or 5 of his shots. He's going to make those clean ones that he had. It's the challenge twos at the rim and some of the contested ones that he's got to find the way to spray it or find other guys. As far as Musa, I don't know. I was told right before tip, as a matter of fact, after the game, I was actually close to looking at potentially subbing him in, and I was told he was not available. It was a lower leg, not ankle, but lower leg, something that happened in warm-ups. That's all I honestly know right now.
All right, we'll go next to Brendan Gulick, Buckeyes Now on SI.
Coach, congrats on the hard-fought win. On a day where you guys are getting some open looks and maybe not seeing some of those rhythm shots fall, can you maybe elaborate a little bit on the pride you take on the defensive end of the floor? Because sometimes that's where you can pick yourself up offensively, right?
I thought we were able to get just enough stops there late, Brendan, and I thought our execution late against their zone got a little bit better, and we were able to, Dwayne was able to make that three that created some separation. But I think that has to be a staple for us. We'll shoot it better than what we have these first 2 games. There's no question about that. We will, but our defense has to sustain us. I thought we had too many times today where we were not as alert as we needed to be. And again, it's just stuff we got to work on it and collectively get better and give them credit. I thought their attack against our ball screen coverage was really good.
All right, we got time for 2 more. We'll go to Stephen Means from Cleveland.com.
Hey, Coach, you guys didn't shoot the ball particularly well today, but you guys were able to get to the free throw line a lot, which has, I think, been an issue the last couple of years. Can you just talk about how pleased you are to see your team, multiple guys getting to the free throw line?
I thought it was great to see. Yeah, we had a lot of guys that got there. Zed got there a few times. EJ, Justice. I think that has to be consistent for us, Stephen. Again, we've got good shooters. We'll make shots. I think we've got to be more. I do think we have to be intentional about attacking the paint. And we tried to attack their zone by driving it and posting it. So that was good to see. We didn't always convert on as many free throws as we'd like. But it was good to see us get to the line, particularly when a team's playing that much zone.
And then final question to Colin Hass-Hill, 11 Warriors.
Hey, Chris, I was just wondering, just to follow up on the Dwayne question, how do you evaluate this game as a coach where, he misses some of the shots that maybe you think he might make, but, it seemed like he was active on the defensive end and tough matchup, and, he hits that game at the end. Just overall, how did you feel about his performance today?
I thought defensively he competed, and I thought he was really engaged in the game. We've talked about Dwayne's defenses and his efficiency, and we've got to continue to help him get strides moving forward there. But I really did think he was engaged in the game at a pretty high level. He was probably pressing. He was so open on a couple of those shots. He probably was pressing a little bit. He's got to just relax and knock him down. I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll with that. He got great looks. At least the bulk of his missed shots were really good looks. A couple of them were not. But I thought outside of the play late where they stabbed 11 in the post, I thought Dwayne was pretty alert for the most part in communicating. That kid's a good player. As you mentioned, it was a big matchup. He had, I believe, 21 free throws against San Francisco. I think 25, 28 points, and then he had 35 yesterday. So that was a big matchup for Dwayne and our other guys, and we were able to create some inefficiency on his part. But collectively, I think we all have to be more engaged on both ends. But I thought Dwayne took strides there.
All righty, Coach. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.